Anita, please go ahead.
Hey, Rich.
Hey.
Um, my question partly I've already asked you in some ways. It's this client that I have. She was promoted to a new position within the company and is leading a new team. And the question I sort of had, was a little bit connected with she finished the 3 months that we did together one-on-one. She would like to continue, and in my mind is, what are we going to do bigger and greater together? We're having a separate conversation next week about that, and I've also thought, I would like to spend beyond just the one-on-one with her. It's that client that I've brought it, but I don't expect you to remember, but it was, I haven't had contact with the HR department. And when I've asked her, again, she's like, we are so busy right now. She's like, everybody's just flying in every direction. The HR person will reach out. And I've thought about reaching out to her boss, but she's drowning. And so I was like, I'm not gonna on top of that sort of come in on this. But now it's getting more to the point of renewal. She said she wants to renew, she wants to continue, and we're just gonna have a conversation of how we're gonna go about that. This is new for me in terms of stepping beyond the one-on-one. And I'm kind of thinking, all right, how do I position this? Is it also when I first started working, it wasn't even corporate, wasn't paying for it, like it's all these different levels. And I'm kind of like, how do I go about this? Because it would be really fun to do something new and exciting and seeing like what will be possible. But because it's new, and specifically with her, I was wondering where to go with this.
Mhm. What I'm hearing in your language is
Mhm.
that you take a lot of responsibility of this on you.
Okay.
I mean, you're saying, where do we go with this? My question would be, where does she want to go?
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't want to go anywhere. I don't know. Maybe she wants to
Yeah.
leave the company and start her own company. I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
So in a situation like that, not knowing all the variables, of course, here, and there's a lot more to the story than we hear now. I would actually ask her like, hey, first of all, I would have her be really aware about what she has accomplished in the 3 months.
Mhm.
Right? We spoke about that last time because people don't see that. We
Yeah.
improve, we get better, and then we don't even look back anymore. We're always
Right.
looking
Right.
for what's next, what's next, what's next.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
not looking back. That's why I, with every team, every person, I start with like, hey, let's take a look back for 3 months ago. What did you improve on? What got better? Which parts of your life, personal, professional, financial, health-wise, what got better? Because people forget.
Yeah.
So putting them in contact with that already puts them into the power of coaching.
Mhm.
By the way, this is not about the coach, it's about them seeing what progress they're making. Once they're in that space, you can help them like, hey, would you like to continue with this? Or is this okay for them?
And she has expressed that she would like to continue because I've had so that we know it's more, how do we want to continue this? Or how does she want to continue it?
Exactly. So what does that look like for her? I would actually have a long conversation, maybe a walk or something like that, just really relax. Like, first of all, looking back, now given all of that, you see that you're more capable than you ever thought, right? Yeah. So given that, what would be amazing for you in the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months?
Mhm.
And it doesn't mean that you just stay quiet. Maybe you can help her, you know,
Mhm.
stories about what you do with clients. With this client, I helped with this. With that client, I helped with that. And then you're looking for the spark. The most important thing is that she's going to find the spark of what she wants to work on.
Mhm.
Because otherwise, coaching, what are you going to coach her on? She doesn't have that spark.
Yeah, and that conversation for sure I would have of what she wants. It was more, I was also thinking, do I, bring it to her the possibility of how it affect if the team was also on the same level that she is. She's not thinking that right now, and I can tell. She's thinking about how she would like to have to continue working with me because it really has helped her, and that's what she has expressed. And so, I mean, in some simple ways, I could just say it and just,
Of course.
you know, and see and bring it like that and make it simple. Yeah.
Well, right there, you could say something like, how easy would your life get if everybody understood about life, about themselves, about perspective, and what you're getting now?
Yeah.
And she might say, oh my God, I would like work half of the time and be much more effective. And then you might be able to work with her like, yeah, you know what? What if we do like an awareness session, like what we talked about before, like 2.5 hours with your team, and we just talk about, for instance, for listening, how we listen, how we create a perspective from our minds, not from reality, but from inside of us. We project that. Wouldn't that be great if your team saw that? Yeah, let's do that, right? And you make it really easy for her to say yes, because this is really, you have to guide people with small yeses.
Yeah.
And then you put that together. She puts people in the room. She's responsible. And then you do this session with her team. And then afterwards, you might be able to talk about a bigger program. Would you like to continue this with your whole team? And then maybe even on the side, I keep working with you so
Mhm.
that not only will you grow yourself, but you will be able to grow your team and any other team you're ever going to work
Yeah.
with. Right?
Mhm.
She wants to go in that direction.
Yeah. 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 Just small. I like that. The small yeses and the pointing and letting her, tell me what she wants out of this. Yeah. Instead of me thinking like, where do we go with this? And sort of, yeah. Hmm.
I
Hmm.
had this guy, Marco is his name, Italian guy. He used to run a warehouse, big warehouse in Mirandola in Italy.
Yeah.
And we worked together for a long time. And then I left that company where I did coaching. He left the company also, but he stayed in touch. And he always said, I'm so busy. Now I'm working for a US company. I'm traveling all the time. I have a young family. I'm in a new relationship.
Hmm.
I was thought, yeah, what's the request? Because
Hmm.
I'm not going to tell him, hey, you need coaching, because I don't know if he needs coaching. Maybe he needs, I don't know, a massage. I have no idea. So I'll let it up to him
Hmm.
what he needs. And at a certain moment last week, he said, I'm going to quit this job also because this is also too much. And this is his third job since he left the other company. And I said, well, look, can I point out something? And he said, sure. I said, this is your third company in about 2 years. And you always start with a lot of enthusiasm and then you leave the company and then you start something new and you have a lot of enthusiasm and then you leave the company again and then you have a lot of enthusiasm. Is that something you want to keep doing? And he said, no. I said, well, what if we spend a couple of days together and create a system? I actually use the analogy, right? You have a perfect system for job hopping, but not with a lot of satisfaction. And I
Yeah.
said, would you like to do that? And he said, holy crap, I never saw it like that. So he transferred me the money the same day. And we're sitting together end of January together, 3 days. I'm going to Bologna and we're going to work together. So
Hmm.
it's important that it comes from them.
Yeah.
We all know that if we push or if we are in the lead too much, then
Yeah.
we're kind of doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's that balance, right? When to lean into it and when to hold back. Sometimes I feel, yeah, it's like it's sometimes the system is a little bit more on the leaning and then sometimes more in the pulling. Yeah. And it's coming back to it of just, yeah, that balance, that dance between and allowing them to come and see it. Hmm.
Well, that's a system of creating a listening.
Yeah.
I think very few coaches on the planet really deeply understand that. The moment people come to you, they're open.
Yeah.
The moment you go to them, you start convincing.
Yeah.
When you start convincing people, there's no strong listening. They feel like they're being sold to or
Right.
something being pushed on them, or they might like your ideas, but it's not from them. The
Mhm.
moment they come to you, there is already an opening. They're already, hey, Anita, I heard you did some great work. Would you like to work with me? Already, you're in
Yeah.
trust you
Yeah.
already.
Yeah. Totally.
I think the best thing you can do as a coach is to work with people who,
Yeah.
the worst thing to do as a coach is to work with people who are a lot of work.
Yeah. 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 And in this one, the opening on her is there. And I was trying to, maybe push on the team, and I just need to open that versus, create the space to like explore that together with her and see if that will be something that would serve her and bring it as a possibility and not worry so much about it and just here's a possibility. And that's just that. Because she knows she wants to continue working with me. That she knows.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she has to come up with what that would look like.
Yeah. 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 It's not my responsibility. Yet again. Mm.
Same with my wife, if we go to the movies, uh, and say, oh, I'm going to that movie. Then later on, she said, oh, I hated the movie. But when I ask her what kind of movie do you want to see, and she picks the movie, then there's none of the blaming. And she's going to pick the same movie anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just a way of being very sensitive of what's going on in a person and not always pushing. And we talked about that last time, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying it's not my responsibility. Yet again, it's the same message. It's like, you know, until it clicks fully. Yeah.
And just experiment with it.
Mhm.
Experiments never fail, remember?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think in some ways I want to foolproof it, and that's again totally off the chart. It's just I just gotta try it out. I gotta see what comes of it when I work.
Yeah,
Just gotta try it out and see, and then I'll know more. It's not the last opportunity that I'll get. It's just one of them.
exactly. When
Yeah.
we think, oh, we need to have this income, or we need the client, or it hurts me, or it's personal when she doesn't renew. By the way, I spoke with Trevor in our one-on-one conversation. I said, what's your system for getting clients? He said, first of all, by keeping the existing ones,
Yeah.
renewal and referral.
No.
And that's what Steve Chandler teaches. Right? Steve Chandler doesn't teach go out there and spread yourself through the world right.
Yeah.
First of all, he teaches renewal and referral.
Yeah.
You either renew or you give me a great referral, so I get a new client from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's also a great business strategy. First of all, stop losing money, and then we can start starting a growth. But most companies
Yeah.
leak money,
Mm.
and they only want more profit, but they leak money, right? By scrap material and stuff like that. And first of all, stop doing that.
Yeah. 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 For sure.
Yeah.
Takes a lot more work to get a new client versus a renewal. Just yeah.
There's who's this guy, this marketing genius? I forgot his name. Jay Abraham. Do you know Jay Abraham?
I don't, but maybe
Well,
he's famous, but I still don't know him.
he says there are only three ways to double your business.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea? There are only three ways to do it. What do you think those are?
Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing. I don't know. I actually don't know. I'd be guessing probably just keep doing well what you're doing already. That's going well. Kind of looking at that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah.
Mm.
So first of all, is double your number of clients.
Yeah.
So if you have 10 clients now and you want to double your business,
Mm.
get 10 more clients and you double your business.
Yeah.
But that's the hardest strategy because adding the 10 extra clients
Yeah.
is hard. Number two is selling double the amount of programs, services with your existing clients. So instead of selling maybe 100 products, sell 200 products
Mm.
of the same products. The third strategy, I wonder if anybody can hear this one. What is the third strategy, do you think?
Sell them quicker.
Yeah, but that's more like part of number two, right? You're selling the same products, but you sell more of them. The third one is actually innovation. So not selling the same program, selling constantly coming up with new programs, constantly coming, oh, I have this, whatever name you make for it, and then you keep selling that. So either you sell double the amount of the same programs, or you sell to twice the double the amount of clients, or you innovate. You constantly sell new programs. So last year you offered a one-on-one session. Now you have a mastermind group, or a women's group, or an entrepreneurs community, or whatever.
Mhm.
There are no other ways than doing that. At least not what I found.
Yeah.
Most people run towards the new clients. I want new clients. No, wait. Look at your existing ones.
Yeah.
They already love you. They're sending you flowers, chocolates.
Exactly. All the time, all the time. No, but yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.